I know the thoughts I think toward you, to bring you an expected end. Here he says, the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous. He has a path for us to walk. He has an expected path for us to walk. I don't like the interpretation plan, because I'm going to tell you something. If God has a plan, it's going to come to fruition.
That's right.
God's plans do not fail.
That's right.
But he has a purpose for us. And whether that purpose is fulfilled or not depends on us. Whether we are obedient, whether we follow the way of the Lord, whether we do the things that he tells us to do. And he's saying here, he knows the way of the righteous. He knows if we're walking in that path. He knows if we're doing what we need to do. And if we are doing what we need to do, we can go back to verse 3, and it says, whatever we do will prosper. And that don't mean you're going to get a big bank account and a fancy car and a mansion and all that kind of stuff. It's more about, like what it says in that same verse, we will be fruitful. We will prosper, yes, in the things of the Lord and in the Spirit of the Lord and in those kind of things. Yes, sometimes God does bless financially and materially and all those things, but that's not specifically what this is talking about.
That's right.
But I will kind of recap, and then I'll be finished here. The point of the message I believe that God has given me today is that we need to be careful. We need to be on guard. We need to be on our toes. We need to be in this Word. We need to be meditating on this Word so that not only are we in the Word, but the Word is in us. And there is a difference. And it will lead us, it will guide us, it will direct us. We have to be careful not to fall into those little things that lead to bigger things, that lead to bigger things, that pull us away from the things of God, that pull us away from the Word, that pull us away from church, that pull us away from spending time with God. We've got to be careful about that and be on our toes about that. And when we are like that, then God will establish us. God will make us like that tree who has those roots that hang on, that regardless of what comes, regardless of what we have to face, we will be able to stand. We will be able to continue to grow. We will be able to continue to blossom and to bring forth fruit. God has a purpose and a plan for us. But it's up to us whether we walk in it or not. And in order to walk the path that he has set out before us, you need to have the map. This is the map. If we don't have the map, we're going to get off the path. We're going to not be going the right direction. And then we're going to end up like the ungodly. And again, I want to make this clear. Being ungodly is being without God. It's not going out there and committing every sin you can think of. It's being without God. I know people personally. I know some who I sat in church with who began to miss church a little bit. And a little bit more, and a little bit more. And I see them now, and they're away from God. They're ungodly. They are without God. How did it start? Small.
Right.
It started small. And that's why, and I might not have been real good at it or real clear about it, but that's why I wanted to kind of point out that progression thing. You might think it's just a little thing, and it ain't going to have an effect, and it ain't going to matter. But these things have a way of becoming big things.
Right.
They have a way of growing. There is a progression. That's it. I hope you got it. I might ask you as I often do. Ask the Holy Spirit what you need to know. What you need to get from this. What was the message for you? And he has to say. And take that, and take it seriously, and apply it. We need these things, or God wouldn't send these things. I may not be the best at bringing them across and making them understandable and making it clear, but the Holy Spirit is. Ask Him, what were you saying? What do I need to know? And if we do that, He will reveal it to us. That's it. I'll stop.